Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. Sitting there at 18. 6 goddamn days to go. Need the number to move some more. Move some more. Where are you? There's our list. Let's go chase that fucking G, baby. The real goal of being a fantasy baseball player is to try to win $1,000 a day, which we'll try to build up in the head-to-head, but we chase in the tournaments. The Bloody Mets. Who do we got here from the Bloody Mets? As we build up our recon, our stats, the home run algorithm, everybody that hits a home run, which is a 14 points, it's a home run or home run equivalent. Clay Holmes, Jose Azucar, Juan Soto. What do we got? Austin Warren. I believe Soto is not playing today. What about Jose Azucar? No Azucar. We go with the top 5. Winker, Tyrone Taylor, Brett Botty. Austin Warren, claimed off waivers from the Giants on Wednesday. Warren, who turns 29 in February, yielded 2 runs with a 7.5, 7 Ks over 10 innings with the Giants in 2024. He'll compete for a spot in the Mets bullpen, but is likely to wind up at AAA's Syracuse to begin the season. Francisco Alvarez retooled his swing mechanics at Maven Baseball Lab this offseason on the recommendation of JD Martinez. I think I can pull the ball in the air more, hit the ball to the opposite way more. I'm very powerful. I don't have to pull every pitch. The 23-year-old catcher is coming off a disappointing 2024 campaign at the plate, managing just 11 homers and a 710 OPS in 100 big league games after slugging 25 long balls over 123 games for the Mets in 2023. Alvarez's decline was fueled by an increase in his ground ball rate and decrease in his hard hit rate, nearly a 5% drop from the year before. While at the lab, Alvarez focused on tweaking his stance and lower body movement to eliminate a tendency to pull the ball off the bat rather than staying square and driving pitches back up the middle. He wants to be a complete hitter, not just a power hitter. In order for anyone to be a complete hitter, you need to use the whole field. Alvarez's career .222 batting average in the majors doesn't suggest he'll suddenly be challenging for batting titles, but there is plenty of room for improvement in his 2024 performance. Brett Botty has been taking ground balls at shortstop, and Mets manager Carlos Mendoza didn't rule out Botty seeing some action there during Grapefruit League play. Botty's main focus remains on third base and second base, but it's possible he'll give shortstop a try if he looks good enough there in workouts. The Mets' 4 infield spots are all spoken for, so Botty's best shot at playing time will be to increase his versatility. He has started only at third base so far in the major league level, but has been used some at second base and left field in the minors. Luis Angel Acuna. Manager Carlos Mendoza said last weekend during the Mets Fan Festival that he expects Acuna to have a huge role for the club this season. Luis Angel will get his. He's taking grounders at third base, so he's part of that mix. He showed us he can play at this level and will continue to get opportunities. Even if he doesn't wind up winning a starting job in spring training, Acuna could break camp as one of the Mets' primary utility players and get reps at third base, second base, and center field. The 22-year-old made a splash in his big league debut last year, posting a .966 OPS and 40 plate appearances with 3 homers. But his .258, .299, .355 slash line, and 587 PAs for AAA Syracuse offers a better glimpse at his likely production in an expanded MLB role. Acuna's primary fantasy appeal would come on the base paths. In 145 games across 2 levels in 2024, he swiped 40 bags in 55 attempts. Jesse Winker agreed to terms on a contract with Winker on Thursday. Joel Sherman of the New York Post said it's a 1-year, $7.5 million deal that could reach $9 million if Winker hits incentives. Winker had a solid bounce-back showing in 2024 between the Nationals and Mets, collecting a .764 OPS with 14 homers and 14 steals during the regular season before adding another long ball and a .168 OPS in 10 postseason contests. The 31-year-old should see fairly regular reps against righties between designated hitter And left field, Jesse Winker. Tyrone Taylor took part in Wednesday's full squad workout. Taylor appears to be back to full health for spring training after he underwent an umbilical hernia repair October 30th, as well as surgery to remove a loose body from his right elbow November 7th. Both procedures carried recovery timelines of roughly 2 months, so Taylor was presumably able to resume working out without restrictions in January before he reported to camp. Taylor is the candidate to open the season as the Mets starting center fielder. Though Jose Siri and Starling Marte will likely push him for playing time and would end up being a timeshare at the position. Tyrone Taylor. That is your Met stack. Moving on, Houston. The Houston Astros, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody yet. We've got nobody for the Stros. So we go to the top. Ornel Banco, Mauricio Dubon, Isaac Paredes, Christian Walker, Yania Diaz, which pulls out Caratini, which gives us Ben Gamel. Nothing on Ronell. The Mets back here at pitcher. That's what we want. Yeah, we want it a little neater. Trying to make it neater. Christian Walker, Yania Diaz, Mauricio Dubon is an option to start at second base if Jose Altuve plays in left field. The Astros have been coy about their plans for Altuve, though Rome notes that he's only observed Altuve in the outfield early in spring training. Given that, current signs point to him getting at least some time in left field during the regular season, with the goal of Jordan Alvarez being the full-time designated hitter. In turn, playing time will open at second base, with Dubon and Brendan Rodgers seemingly at the top candidates to fill the spot. Dubon has served as a utility player for Houston across the last 2 seasons and would be a candidate to post double-digit homers and steals with more regular season at-bats. Yeah, what if they did something in the National League where instead of having the designated hitter, you keep the pitcher in the lineup at ninth, but you're allowed to pinch hit for the pitcher every time he gets up, but you don't have to take the pitcher out. So it's like a way of switching. You can get like just every time the pitcher gets up, every 9 at bats, you get to have a new player just come in there and do some shit. I don't know. Don't fucking ignore me. I'm in a schmuck. All right. Moving on. The New York Yankees. Where are they? Here we go. No pitchers yet. Alexander Vargas, Pablo Reyes, Spencer Jones. So we got Carrasco, Pablo Reyes. The man's but Spencer Jones, who's not available to us. You believe that shit? Don't even let the fucking guy. We can't have him. About Vargas, no Vargas. All right, they're giving you basically Ben Rice at catcher, Oswaldo Cabrera, Dominic Smith, Everson Pereira. Well, Mr. Reyes, let's start you at second and see where it goes. Pablo Reyes. They don't give us Spencer Jones. Believe that shit? No Spencer fucking Jones. Carlos Carrasco. Signed to a minor league contract Monday that includes an invitation to spring training. Carrasco made 21 starts with the Guardians last season, putting up a 5.64 ERA, 140 whip, 89 Ks across 103 innings, before being removed from their 40-man roster in September. Slated to turn 38 in March, Carrasco appears to be a long shot to make the Yankees' opening day roster, but would give them a veteran rotation insurance at AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Scranton. Why do I feel like we've read this already? Manager Aaron Boone said Wednesday that Rice will work out of the team's catcher's camp in addition to taking reps at first base. We read this. Dominic Smith, pretty sure we read that. Pablo Reyes, no recon. Osvaldo Cabrera, nothing. Now this is new. Everson Pereira. Yankees manager Aaron Boone said Wednesday that Pereira will be limited to designated hitter duty until mid-March. The Yankees consider Pereira to be fully healthy following internal brace surgery on his right elbow last June, but he won't be cleared to play the outfield in spring training games for a few weeks. Boone said that Pereira is very much in the mix for an opening day roster spot. Well, good for you, kid. Moving on. Minnesota. The Minnesota Twins. Nothing yet in Minnesota. So we go right to the top. Simon Woods Richardson, Matt Wallner, Harrison Bader, Willie Castro, Ryan Jeffers, Royce, Lewis, Stephen Woods Richardson is seen as the leading candidate for the number 5 spot in the Minnesota rotation as spring training begins. Richardson had his first success in the majors last year with a revamped delivery and increased velocity, but ran out of gas late in the season. 5.91 ERA and 40.46 ratio in the last 11 starts. I hate when they fucking write stupid shit. Still, he's seen as the leading candidate for the 5th starter role, with Dave Festa and Zebby Willett Matthews also in the mix. Chris Paddock enters camp penciled in as the number 4 starter, but he's not a lock to keep his spot either. The final 2 spots could be in flux as a result, but Richardson may begin with a slight lead. Well, well, well. Ryan Jeffers, Willie Castro, Royce Lewis. Twins president of baseball operations Derek Falvey said during the team's winter meltdown fan event last week that Lewis will play third base this season. The Twins have toyed with the idea of moving Lewis to second base, and while he will get some reps at the Keystone during spring training, the plan is for him to be the primary third baseman again in 2025. It's possible things change during the season, but fantasy managers shouldn't be counting on Lewis picking up second base eligibility. Brooks Lee might be the favorite to open the season as the Twins' second baseman, but Edouard Julien, Willie Castro, and Austin Martin are also candidates to see action there. Brooks Lee, the highly touted rookie, huh? Matt Wallner. And finally, Harrison Bader, expected to see a significant amount of playing time in left field for the Twins this season. Bader's best asset is his defense in center field, which is where each of his last 651 season appearances have come from. However, as long as he's healthy, Byron Buxton is. Yeah, I read this. Byron Buxton, Trevor Larnach, they're all fighting for the fucking outfield. See, Brooks Lee is batting 7th, but they're talking about this Brooks Lee kid. What do we got here? Brooks Lee is also battling Edouard Julien for the starting second base job this spring, with Willie Castro also likely to get time in the position. Lee started at shortstop in his spring debut Sunday and went 0 for 3. All right, go fuck yourself. Fuck off, Brooks Lee. You stay right where you are until you learn how to hit a fucking ball. All right, moving on. Philly. We got Buddy Kennedy, Cal Stevenson, Christian Arroyo, Josh Breaux. So Christopher Sanchez. Anybody going here? Crawford, Miller, Stubbs. Buddy Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen. Buddy Kennedy. Get your ass on first. And Cal Stevenson, ladies and gentlemen. Two men on the board in our lineup. We got Edmundo Sosa, Brandon March, Johan Rojas. Nothing on Mr. Sanchez. Buddy Kennedy, no recon yet, but the man's on the board. Sosa. We read this. Cal Stevenson. Good old Cal, silent Cal. Brandon Marsh, nothing new. And finally, Johan Rojas has yet to do any throwing in Phillies camp after he banged up his right shoulder on a headfirst slide while playing the Dominican Winter League. The Phillies are saying that keeping Rojas from throwing early in camp is a precautionary measure. Rojas will serve as the team's designated hitter during Grapefruit League play Tuesday and is expected to be cleared to throw early next week. Barring any setbacks, the shoulder issue shouldn't affect Rojas' opening day readiness. Well, fucking A, he's leading off. Moving on to the Tampa Bay Rays. Danny Jansen and Junior Caminero. Taj Bradley, I've been reading about him on Draftkings. They got him listed as one of those sleepers. So we look at Danny Jansen and Junior Caminero, neither of which are playing. So we go right down the list here. Eloy Jimenez, Richie Palacios, Christian Morel, Brandon Lowe, Yandy D. At the hot corner, Yandy Diaz. Mr. Taj Bradley, Brandon Lowe, Yandy Candy. Eloy lost 25 pounds. We read that. Palacios. And Chris Morel, I'm pretty sure we read this. Starting left fielder. And just to be safe, fuck it. No, they said he's the mainstay. Yeah, he was supposed to play third. They moved his ass to the outfield. We read this shit already. Old fucking news. Moving on. The Cardinals of St. Louis. We've got J.J. Weatherholt, Jose Barrero, Lucan Baca. Oh, we got the Kid Quinn Matthews. J.J. Weatherholt is not available to us. He's not a clickable, playable man yet, unfortunately. So we got 5 Nooblers. Pedro Pages, Nolan Gorman, Alec Burleson, Lars Nootbaugh, Victor Scott II, the Kid Quinn, Pedro Pages, Alec Burleson, Nolan O'Gorman. Lars Nootbaugh will earn $2.95 million in 2025 after winning his arbitration case with the Cardinals. The Cardinals had filed at $2.45 million. It's a substantial raise for Nootbaugh, who's in the first year of arbitration eligibility. The 27-year-old has had trouble with injuries, but has been productive when on the field, slashing .246, .348, .425 over parts of 4 seasons in St. Louis. Nootbaugh is currently slated to be the Cardinals' everyday left fielder, although he can move to center field if the club winds up hanging on to Nolan Arenado. Does anybody stay on a fucking team anymore? Victor Scott II. Cardinals manager Oliver Marmol considers the center field job to be an open competition between Scott, Michael Ciani, and Lars Nootbaugh. Nootbaugh is the only one of the 3 guaranteed a regular role, and with Nolan Arenado still around, the chances of those reps coming in center field are higher. However, Scott and Ciani are also firmly in the mix, particularly if Marmol leans more towards defense. Scott can be the team's long-term answer at the position, but he struggled mightily in 2024 with just a .502 OPS. The Cardinals will want him playing every day, so if he doesn't win the center field gig, he's likely to open the season at Triple-A Memphis. Minor League Baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, the Toronto Blue Jays. What we got here is Orelvis Martinez. Orelvis. So we got Mad Max on the mound. What do we got here? Luke Schneider, Lopefito, Clement, Wagner, Kirk. All new guys. Of course, we want Vlad, so Will Wagner's out. Clement's taking the hot corner. Kirk at the catcher. Vladimir Guerrero at first. Andre Gimenez at second. Bobichette at the shortstop. Mad Max agreed to a 1-year, $15.5 million contract with the Blue Jays on Thursday. The Jays will be Scherzer's 7th team in the majors as he looks to pitch in his 18th season. The 40-year-old is coming off a 9-start season with the Rangers, during which he dealt with back and arm injuries, but hopes of a healthy offseason will propel him into 2025. If the right-hander can stay healthy, he should be a key piece at the top of Toronto's rotation, alongside the Gas Man. When the Gas Man testifying. Heineman, Bethencourt. I'm pretty sure we read all this. Yep, Alejandro Kirk. Vlad Guerrero did not reach a contract extension. We read this. Gimenez, nothing. For some reason, I feel like we might have read about Kirk's backups, and we didn't read Kirk's, so fuck it, just to be safe. Alejandro Kirk could be counted on to catch more games than ever before in 2025, now that Danny Jansen is no longer a Blue Jay. The duo split duties behind the plate each of the last 3 seasons, and while Kirk set a career high with 541 plate appearances in 2022, much of that playing time came at DH. The 26-year-old has never played more than 99 games at catcher in a season, but he's expected to handle about 120 starts at the position this year. Tyler Heineman and Christian Bethencourt are competing for the backup job in spring training, and neither is suited for Jansen's old tandem role. Kirk's swing mechanics were out of sync early in 2024, but from August 1st on, he slashed a respectable .269, .334, .404, 28 RBIs, 44 games. Production Toronto would be content with, given Kirk's strong pitch framing. Yeah, I read this. Oh, don't you hate when you reread shit? Ernie Clement, favorite to begin the season as the starting third baseman, yes. Bo Bichette, is this new? Went 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored in Saturday's Grapefruit League game against the Yankees. The 26-year-old shortstop is coming off the worst season of his career, and with free agency looming next winter, Bichette has every incentive to rebound. He hit leadoff Saturday with George Springer as expected to handle those duties come opening day, with Bichette likely to hit second ahead of Vladimir Guerrero and Anthony Santander. Oh, so we got the starting line. Bichette was one of the most reliable hitters in the majors prior to last year's collapse, slashing 298, 330, 339, 476 from 21 to 23 while averaging 24.3 homers, 89 RBIs, 93 runs, and 14 steals a season. Bo Bichette played like Bichette. All right, so what do we got? We take the veteran Mad Max because he's fucking playing because he loves to play. Quinn, Carrasco, Warren, Bradley. Nobody's really dominant or stands out. Tika Tuesday, good for me. All right. So I think what we'll end up doing, of course, going Mad Max. Now Blanco, I remember, man, pitched a fucking no hitter last year. Taj Bradley's the one they're talking about. They're talking about Sanchez. We got the most strikeouts. Sanchez had 158. Blanco 170. 154. Romel Blanco, that's our guy. Blanco. So Scherzer's our top pick. We love Scherzer. He is Mad Max. And Ronald Blanco is our secondary guy. So number one, Scherzer. Blanco and Scherzer. Carrasco and Scherzer. Woods Richardson and Scherzer. Sanchez and Scherzer. Taj Bradley and Scherzer. Quinn, no Scherzer here. This will be Blanco. Scherzer and Blanco. All right, catchers. Rice, Alvarez, Jeffers, Driscoll, Pages, Kirk, Diaz, Stubbs, Lorenz. I mean, Ben Rice is leading off at catcher. So if you have a tie, sometimes you just want to take the highest guy in the order. Alvarez and Rice, it seems to come down to, but Blanco we're using on the mound. We're going to take Rice. First base, we got Walker, Diaz, France, Guerrero, Buddy Kennedy. I think that's our guy. Yep, Rice and Kennedy. Kennedy at least. All right, to two positions at a time. Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy, Buddy Kennedy. Rice. And this one will have Rice and Kennedy. Good there. All right. Second base, so we got Dubon, Lowe, Gimenez, Furman, Palacios, Gorman, Reyes, Pablo Reyes. Guillorme, Sagasi, Body, Mead, Caballero, Luis Paredes, Furman. Nobody's jumping out here. Nobody's on the board yet. So again, always look to see who the highest man in the order is, and that's going to be Yandy. Reyes and Yandy. Reyes. Can we finish this one up here now? Do we have an outfield? Yes, we do. Mr. Cal Stevenson. Winker Taylor Stevenson. That is done. That lineup is in. Will it be worth $1,000? All right. Well, they have two spots here already, so we can actually put Reyes in at short. Reyes is our guy who's shown up already. So Reyes is going to wait over there. We'll be back for him. Reyes is already here at second. We'll end up putting Bo Bichette over there. What we got here? Reyes. Second base. Mr. Reyes. We'll come back to third here. Shortstop, and this team's done. Reyes. What do we have here? Palacios, Jimenez. There we go. Tampa Bay team is in. Rock and roll. All right. Not at third yet, right? Yeah, we are at third. No, we did first and what we do second and third. Yeah, Yandy. Yandy, right? Nobody else. Yes, Yandy. With Reyes at short. Stevenson in the outfield. Done. Boosh. All right. Outfield not up to yet. Now, since we have Reyes over there at second, we'll also play short. Bo Bichette. And our first outfielder, Cal Stevenson. Do we have a second outfielder? Well, we have a Fito. We do not, so we'll have to find them on our own. Let's get Bichette and Stevenson in where they got to be. And we'll take a look at who we like the best out of the group. Well, anybody that's batting leadoff. Usually that's what we're going to go for. Cal Stevenson. We'll get there to the end. This one will be Cal Stevenson, and it is in. On third base. Third base would be Yandy. That team is done. Yandy's Candies. All right, this one is Stevenson. I believe we'll have to come back. Okay, so how many leadoff hitters do we have here? We've got Matt Wallner from Minnesota. Any other leadoffs? And Rojas. And Victor Scott the second. Rojas coming off an injury. Victor Scott didn't sound too promising. Wallner's got a little bit of a lead on him. So now it comes down to Rojas or Scott. 27 steals. Going light with him, but they're putting him up first. Yeah, I'm thinking Rojas the way to go there. So Wallner definitely first. That one's in. Get that in. Again, Wallner. Again, Wallner and Rojas. Where is he hiding? There he is. Oh, the market's getting destroyed today. It's not good. And finally, our all-star team, which we're going to play here for a best ball ticket. Look at my team again. So it would be Blanco and Scherzer. It's a Blanco and Scherzer team. At Diaz, no. I think we have Ben Rice as our guy. So I believe it's this team. Wallner, Stevenson. Is this Bichette, Yandy, Kennedy? Yeah. Entries? Yeah. Best ball slugfest. I'm going to put it in some head-to-head action. Or should we just go for some money right here? Let's cut it down. And a double up here. We won this yesterday. Fuck it. Go for it again. Fuck it. That's life. Get some head-to-heads. 2, 3. Let's see if we make it. All right, kids. There is your lineup for today. May fate and faith decide your fortune if you should win. Blow your money right here on the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. Peace, love, war, all that shit in between. Ooh, deposit received.